welcome back to Movie Review Mom. Today, the movie I'm reviewing is The Intruder. Dun, dun, dun. This movie is rated PG-13. It's an hour and 42 minutes. And the grade that I gave it is a B, and I'll tell you why. First of all, because this movie is so cliched and predictable, it plays more like a comedy of sorts rather than a surprising, suspenseful film. And it is suspenseful. It's kind of a horror film in many ways. The story is that a married couple buys this home in Napa Valley, and then they get terrorized by a former homeowner. Dennis Quaid is really fun to watch as this unhinged psycho former homeowner, and he really kind of is the highlight of the movie. It's just kind of one of those movies where you get to yell at the screen, no, don't do that, and then laugh as the person on the screen does the stupid thing, right? And then just have fun and not overthink it, and then you'll probably enjoy this movie. It's very predictable. We've seen this kind of movie a million times before. There are some fun jumps and scares, but again, nothing really unique about this movie other than if you just kind of want to laugh and be scared a little bit, then you'll have a good time at the theater. So some tips for parents are, first of all, there's some profanity. There's a man who shoots, kills, and skins a deer, gets a deer, I guess is what you see. A married couple gets romantic. You see some skin and some erotic positions, but it's PG-13, so it doesn't go beyond that. You also see a naked lady's silhouette in the shower. So you see skin behind kind of the glass doors, but again, it's PG-13, so you don't see a whole lot of other stuff. You see a man who watches a TV show with a lion attacking a zebra, and there's lots of violence with guns, knives, hand-to-hand combat, and sometimes with blood. There's also a crazy guy who stalks a couple, which I mentioned is the whole point of the whole movie. So some of the positive themes would be living the dream. At least that's what the character Scott Russell says. He's played by Michael Ealy, who I think actually does a really good job. And he's the married guy. His wife is Megan Good. And I think that they work really well together. We've seen them before in Think Like a Man, that franchise. I like both of them independently, but then I like them as a couple. So that worked really well for me. And then Dennis Quaid, as I mentioned, is this psycho, crazy, creepy guy. And he has this charming smile that makes him believable as a really good guy, but he also has this smile that makes him very believable as a creepy psycho guy too. So he's just really fun to watch. There's some fun jumps and scares, as I mentioned. And then some things that I didn't like is obviously that it's predictable, it's fun but forgettable, and that the movie kind of ends abruptly. Usually there's a little tie-up scene at the end, but it just kind of ends. And so you're like, oh, okay, I guess we're done. Anyway, so there's that. Another theme of sorts is about marriage, and Megan Good, as the wife, says to her husband, teamwork makes the dream work. So I like that little phrase, but the marriage or the movie goes into their relationship and their communication, and sometimes it's good, sometimes not so good. So there's that. That's kind of it in the movie in a nutshell, right? So be sure and subscribe. Tell all your friends. Visit my website, which is moviereviewmom.com, where you can enter contests and see a little bit more on the reviews that I post. In the meanwhile, you can get out of the hot summer sun and get into some air conditioning with some buttery popcorn in a cool theater and just have a fun time. And when this goes to streaming and disc and all of that, this is kind of a fun movie to pop into your TV or whatever and just kind of watch it with a group of friends and laugh and have fun. Anyway, that's it for now. Bye. Have a great time at the theater.